Do you remember Bonnie Locket? At one point, Bonnie Locket literally dominated the creator space, but fast forward a couple of years and she is literally unrecognizable. My name is Liam, CEO here at TDM, and in the last 5 years, we've grown over 100 creators to the top 0.1%. And today, we're going to figure out why she fell off and what you can do to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Now, Bonnie's rise to influence came around during the TikTok blow up of early lockdown. When we started here at TDM, she was literally the creator to know. She took advantage of the trends at the time, basically doing a lot of the sort of lip syncing, dancing that was trendy on TikTok, and she killed it. She also did a load of collabs, from Elle Brooke to HS TikTok to appearing on the Sidemen show, and even a collab with Lily Phillips before she blew up. And she ended up being able to amass a 1.7 million followers on Instagram, which relative to what you need to be very successful with OnlyFans is crazy high. And if I had to guess, I would guess that she was doing multiple six figures, possibly more in revenue at this time. But of that 1.7 million followers on Instagram, nowadays she is literally scraping 100,000 views, which relative to the reach that she should have, stinks. As we got through the end of lockdown and thereafter, lots more creators joined the platform and the competition naturally increased. But it was at this stage that Bonnie failed to adapt. We saw the rise and fall of a load of different niches. We saw things like trans, goth, e-girl, gamer, cosplay, all of these sort of things come into fruition and become very popular. And naturally, the views and therefore the conversions and the OnlyFans revenue of all of these different niches started to pick up significantly. And that previous sort of dance on TikTok and do the trends type of content just didn't reward creators anymore. And so any creator with any sense at this stage would have really honed in on a brand and just really gone for it. But Bonnie's problem was that she lacked all of this. She lacked any USP. She didn't have anything authentic and original about her content. She was essentially just continuing to produce the mass amount of trends that everybody else was doing right through lockdown that worked 2 years prior. So shortly after, I think someone must have given Bonnie a bit of a nudge and said, look, you need to pick something and stick to it here because the current content just isn't rewarding. It's not going to work long term. And I think she went down essentially a car niche. I'm going to presume that it was just sort of cars in general, but the delivery just wasn't there on this. She focused a lot of the content around the cars themselves. It was very much the car is the subject. So whether it was the car shows, the garages, whether it was the supercar itself or the interview that she was doing, for the most part, the cars themselves and the owners and where she was became the subject, and it was less about her. So there was definitely some vanity there, but not a whole lot of sanity, right? She didn't actually convert that traffic. Views without conversion isn't really that impressive. And even to this day, she's continuing to just do essentially a whole lot of nothing, right? She's got car content here. We've got content where she's falsifying family. We've got content in the supermarket. We've just got skits to do with office wear and being in the office and being this sort of girl boss or a PA or something. She's twerking. She's doing bop house trends. She's cooking. She's being a maid. She's in cosplay, like spider outfits and stuff. Here she's doing stuff in gym wear. Here she is literally just smoldering at the camera. And then she's even in a bikini on the beach here. What are we doing? But the worst part of this is the execution isn't even there. Now, whilst execution can't fix bad video ideas, it can definitely help them. And in an environment where we're just sort of producing whatever we can, at least get it right. In this video here, you literally hear the guy say, go. Listen.
Hi.
It's all just super random. Pulling a tradie guy into the bathroom, pretending to kiss him in one video, and then going to the gym, and then going somewhere else. It just doesn't make sense. And the acting is super awkward as well. You can see that she's putting it on. It's probably the worst acting that I've seen since Conor McGregor did Roadhouse. And if matters couldn't get worse, she actually doesn't have any sort of posting consistency at all. And unless she's sort of hid things that I now can't see, it seems to me that she's literally fell off for weeks at a time with just not posting, then spam posting, then doing post daily. It seems she's kind of just doing what she can. But if you fall off for weeks at a time, you do a whole lot of nothing with your content, don't really appease any particular target market, then it's no surprise that her reach is as bad as it is. At least she has a good funnel and she uses a get all my links that's deeped straight to the platform. So at least she's got that. Now, the reality of it is, look, Bonnie is a very successful creator. She's absolutely had her success, and I'm sure she's made enough money to not care about anything that I've stated here. But what I find interesting and what I can't get past is that when she was as successful as she is, really, it could have been so much easier to just continue to make that money. Now, I don't care whether you're super successful or you're still trying to become successful. It doesn't make sense to still put the work into something and not receive the reward of it. If she's still going to put the effort in, still produce the content, still push people to an OnlyFans, then why not at least make as much as you possibly can? And she literally started from a head start. She was absolutely killing it. And so for me, I look at it and think, you know what? It's just a shame. Now, by no stretch do I look at Bonnie's page and see a whole host of easy fixes, because frankly, it's not easy to come up with a grand slam branding that's going to wipe the floor of the whole social media space. It takes a lot of thought, and it often relies on the creator themselves, their hobbies, their interests, what they're naturally good at, talents they haven't unfolded in their own personality yet. And so it does take some thought. But I don't look at Bonnie as someone who's going to struggle, right? Her past successes are proof that she can make money on the platform. She has such a great following, even if it is low reach, that immediately provides leverage to kickstart a new branding. I honestly think that if she applied herself, she could have another run and she could be very successful. She just needs the right partner to pull out the brandability, and I'm sure she could absolutely kill it again.